Gawis ay agaw takuamin, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Sa video na ito ay tatalakayin natin ang tangent-secant segment theorem at ipapaliwanag natin dito kung ano yung sinasabi ng theorem na ito. Its proof and a quick example to see it in action. So, let's go! The theorem that talks about tangent segment and secant segment is what we call tangent-secant segment theorem. This theorem says that if a tangent segment and a secant segment are drawn to a circle from an exterior point, then the square of the length of the tangent segment is equal to the product of the lengths of the secant segment and its external secant segment. So if we are going to illustrate yung ating theorem, so we have there tangent AC, yun yung ating tangent segment, and we also have secant segment DC. So, yung DE, yun ay internal secant segment or that is the chord. And yung EC, ang tawag po natin doon ay external secant segment. So, yung sinasabi ng theorem na ito is the square of the length of the tangent segment AC, so that is AC squared, is equal to the product of the length of the secant segment. So, ano yung secant segment natin? That is DC times its external segment. So, ano po yung dito yung ating external segment? Ang atin pong external segment dito ay si EC. So, in symbol, we have the length of the tangent segment AC squared equals the length of DC times the length of EC. Since this is a theorem, so kailangan muna nating patunayan. Kailangan nating i-prove. So, our given will be AC is a tangent segment and DC is a secant segment. So, iyan ay nasa hypothesis ng ating theorem. At ang patutunayan natin is the square of the length of the tangent segment AC is equal to the length of the secant segment DC and its external segment EC. So, papaano natin patutunayan yan? O, yun lang ang given, dadalawa. First, let us draw a line connecting points D and A. So, we have there segment DA. Also, let us draw a line connecting points A and E. So, we have another segment. So, meron tayong mga triangles na nabuo. Now, let us start writing our two-column proof. Ilipat lang natin yung ating illustration sa left para meron tayong pagsusulatan ng ating two-column proof. Sa ating two-column proof, yung ating first column ay yung ating mga statements at yung ating pangalawang column naman ay yung ating mga reasons. Now, what will be our first statement? So, usually, ito yung manggagaling sa ating given. So, we have line segment AC is a tangent segment. For what reason? Because that is given. Next, line segment DC is a secant segment. For what reason? That is also given. Ngayon, ano yung mga information na mapipiga pa natin from these two statements? So, meron pa ba o wala na? So, wala. Ano? Ngayon, puntahan natin yung ating illustration. Kasi kapag wala na tayong mapipiga dito from the given, ay baka meron tayong information na makukuha sa ating illustration. There is a reason why we connected points A and D and point A and E. So, kung makikita natin, meron triangles na nabuo. Ano? So, may hint na gagamitin natin yung mga similarity theorem, one of the similarity theorem, para ma-prove yung theorem na ito, yung gusto nating patunayan. Okay, so makikita natin dito sa illustration that we have inscribed angle ABC. So, isang angle yun na nabuo noong kinonect natin yung points A and D. So, we have angle ABC. At kung makikita natin, yung kanyang inscribed, yung kanyang intercepted arc ay si arc AE. According to inscribed angle theorem, ang sabi niya, the measure of the inscribed angle is equal to half the measure of its intercepted arc. Ibig sabihin, the measure of angle ABC is equal to half the measure of its intercepted arc AE. So, ano yung reason doon? Ginamit natin yung inscribed angle theorem. Also, when we connected points A and E, secant segment AE was formed, or that is chord AE. And it intersect tangent segment AC at point A. So, since they intersected, yung dalawang segment na iyan, ibig sabihin, merong nabuong angle. At ano yung nabuong angle na yon? We have angle EAC. So, that angle formed by the intersecting secant segment and tangent segment. Kapag i-recall natin yung angle formed by secant and tangent segment, ang sabi doon is, when a secant and a tangent intersect on a circle, then the measure of the angle formed is half the measure of its intercepted arc. So, ano ba yung intercepted arc ni angle EAC? So, yung kanyang intercepted arc ay si arc AE. Ibig sabihin, yung measure ng angle na to is half the measure of the intercepted arc AE. So, therefore, ang ating magiging fourth statement will be the measure of angle EAC is equal to 1/2 the measure of arc AE. For what reason? So, base yon sa theorem on angle formed by a tangent and the secant. Okay, so since the measure of angle ABC from line 3 is equal to half the measure of arc AE, and dito naman sa line 4, the measure of angle EAC is equal to half the measure of arc AE. So, parehas yung kanilang intercepted arc. So, ano yung mako-conclude natin from these two statements? So, yung mako-conclude natin is the measure of angle EAC is equal to the measure of angle ADC. For what reason? We substitute since parehas yung kanilang intercepted arc. Okay, so since the measure of angle EAC is equal the measure of ADC, then we can say that angle EAC is congruent to angle ADC. Bakit? Definition of congruent angles. From our illustration, we can also say that angle C is congruent to angle C. Or specifically, angle ACD is congruent to angle ACD. So, ano yung property na ginamit natin doon? That is reflexive property. Now, we have two pairs here of congruent angles. Ano yung mako-conclude natin from these two statements? Yung number 6 at saka number 7. In Euclidean geometry, we have theorems that talk about similar triangles. And one of the theorems is yung angle-angle similarity theorem. So, ano yung sinasabi ni angle-angle similarity theorem? Two triangles are similar if they have corresponding angles that are congruent. And since we have two pairs here of congruent angles, we can conclude that triangle EAC is congruent to triangle ABC. So, anong reason? That is angle-angle similarity theorem. So, nasaan yung dalawang triangle na similar? So, ito, yung ADC, yung naguhitan ng violet, and then yung isa naman ay yung triangle EAC. Okay, so kung mapapansin natin, magkaiba yung kanilang size. Magkaiba yung kanilang size. Similar triangles are triangles with the same shape, but not necessarily the same size. Yun po ang similar triangles. Ano? So, magkaiba man yung size nila, pero parehas naman yung kanilang shape. So, dito, yung mas mahaba sa triangle na ito, sa triangle EAC, yung mas mahaba dito ay si AC. Dito naman, sa triangle ADC, ang mas mahaba ay si DC. Ibig sabihin, AC corresponds to DC. Okay, next. EC, kanino siya corresponds? Kay AC. Tapos, si EA o kaya si AE ay correspond to A D. Okay, so nakuha natin itong number 8 statement natin by using the angle-angle similarity theorem. Ngayon, ano naman yung mako-conclude natin from this statement? Triangle EAC is similar to triangle ADC. Sa Euclidean geometry, if two triangles are similar, then their corresponding sides length are proportional. Ibig sabihin, ito, EA is to AD, or that is EA over AD. Next, AC is to DC, or that is AC over DC. Yung isang side, EC is to AC, or that is EC over AC. So, since proportional sabi natin, so we are going to equate. So, yung reason natin doon is corresponding side of similar triangles are proportional or corresponding side of similar triangles are equal. Okay, since ang gusto po nating palabasin ay AC squared equals DC times EC. So, ibig sabihin, meron tayong tatanggalin na one pair of corresponding side na hindi naman natin kailangan sa ating proving. So, we are going to disregard EA over AD. Ano po? So, ang matitira na lang is AC over DC equals EC over AC. Kasi nga, ito yung gusto nating mapalabas. Ano po? So, if we are going to cross-multiply, gamitin po natin yung cross-product property. So, we have AC times AC. The answer is AC squared. DC times EC. The answer is DC times EC. So, ano po yung ginamit nating property doon? Yun po ay yung cross-product property. So, doon po nag-e-end yung proof ng tangent secant segment theorem. Okay, let us try to apply the theorem po on this example. If the length of tangent segment AC equals 12 centimeters and the secant segment DC is 16 centimeters, find the length of external secant segment EC. So, ito po ang hinahanap. Ano yung ating external secant segment? Given yung value ng ating tangent segment at yung value ng ating buong secant segment. So, kapag gagamitin po natin yung theorem, we have AC squared equals DC times EC. So, ano ba yung length ni AC? That is 12. Ano po? So, 12 equals, yung length ng DC ng ating secant segment ay 16 times EC kasi yun po yung ating hinahanap. So, that is unknown. Now, 12 squared, ibig sabihin 12 times 12, the answer is 144 equals 16 EC. Ngayon, ang hinahanap po ay yung value ni EC lamang. So, we are going to divide both sides by, kanino po natin i-divide? Kay 16. So, we have 144 divided by 16, and the answer is 9. And then, ito naman, si 16 EC divided by 16. So, ikakancel po natin yan. Ang matitira ay 1 EC or simply EC. So, ibig sabihin, the length of line segment EC, that is our external secant segment, is 9 centimeters. So, ito po, ang value nito ay 9 centimeters. That ends our session. Thank you so much for watching. Sana ay natulungan kayo ng video na ito. At kapag meron kayong natanungan, please don't hesitate to leave any questions below. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Take care and happy learning.